First topic, India participated as an observer in Board of Peace meeting, right? Remember the statement, India participated as an observer. So now the position of India on the matter of Palestinian issue is that India stands for sovereign, independent and viable state of Palestine based on 1967 borders. Okay, so very important you remember this status and the statement as an observer. Next, disputed islands in news, right? Here South Korea and Japan, right, is in news regarding disputed island of Dokado, right? So which is what controlled by both of them, and it's being a source of tension between the two neighbors. So if in prelims they ask Japan and South Korea, in another column they will write disputed island names. Okay, you have to remember the name of the island which is in dispute. Next, Venezuela approves amnesty bill, and this is of something new changes after Trump's attack on Venezuela. It is approved amnesty bill that could lead to release of politicians, activists, lawyers and many others effectively, acknowledging that the government has held hundreds of people in prison for political motivation. Okay. Next, the Pixa Silica on Feb 20th 26, India joined Pax Silica with United States and other countries that have sought to build a common supply chain for electronics and critical minerals. Okay, remember this objective. Forum on Resource and Geostrategic Engagement. Here you can see Uzbekistan, which is between Russia and China, right? This is something strategically positioned and which is participated in the United Nations led Forum on Resource and Geostrategic Engagement, known as FORGE. It's an initiative designed to diversify global critical mineral supply chains and reduce dependency on China. Okay, so Uzbekistan hosts at least 30 minerals classified as critical and top 3 producers of tungsten and top 5 global producer of uranium. Very important for your prelims. NATO or Arctic security. Now it is the dynamic context of NATO is that alliance has reinforced its presence in Arctic and high north. Finland and Sweden were the ones recent membership which greatly enhanced NATO's posture in the region, and it strengthened the alliance Arctic capabilities. And in February 2026, NATO launched Arctic Sentry, a military activity that further strengthens its deterrence and defense across the region. So it's something dynamic statement regarding the NATO. So just knowing NATO as a static portion is not going to suffice for your prelims. You have to add up this dynamic statement of Arctic security with NATO. It's a recent parliamentary issue regarding ninth ministerial conference which is held in Bali, Indonesia from 3rd to 7th December 2013, where ministers adopted the Bali package, right? It's a series of decisions aimed at streamlining trade, allowing the developing countries more options for providing food security. Remember this, boosting least developed countries trade. Very important regarding what is Bali package is, right? Now, next one, new bilateral security treaty. Recently, Indonesia and Australia have signed a new bilateral security treaty on February 6, 2026. Okay. New START treaty between United States of America and the Russian Federation on measures for the further reduction and limitation of strategic offensive arms, known as the New START treaty, enhances US national security by placing verifiable limits on all Russian deployed intercontinental range nuclear weapons. So this is the objective of this new START treaty, right? Recently it just got expired, and the United States and Russian Federation have agreed to extend the treaty through February 4th, 2026. So again it is important. US India Civil Nuclear Agreement. In 2008, US India Civil Nuclear Agreement is a landmark deal for enabling civil nuclear trade bilaterally, right? Which ends India's decade long international nuclear isolation despite not being a signatory to nuclear non-proliferation treaty, right? Now India is allowed to purchase US nuclear technology and fuel. Next, Jelen Amendment is a US law, specifically Section 102 of the Arms Export Control Act, that mandates sanctions against non-nuclear weapon states, right? Where through presidential waiver exists after India's 1998 tests when some sanctions were waived. Very important again.